Good afternoon to all for this today's session. In this session, we are going to discuss about the case study on aircraft landing gears. Because landing gear is a very, very important component, like in an that is a four-wheeler, car is take or lorry we can take. Okay, what are the components being made in contact on the road surface? Can you?
Yes.
In car, okay, let's take in a car. There's a road, a car is standing on the road. Okay. What are the components are being directly contact having tires? Okay, so tires will carry the total weight of the body. Okay, what like we have studied in the engine mechanics on roads. Okay, here we are having aircraft, so it is being contacted by the landing gear. Once more, the importance of landing gears is very, very important, because landing gear is a retractable one. While moving on to the takeoff, what happens? It will be in the outside, then it will take to be retracted to inside. Okay. Like that is going. So what are the significance of landing gear? As well as case study we are going to do in this video. Okay. Now we are having in my second year aerospace students. They are going to expose their point about the case study on aerospace, that is the aircraft landing gears. Next one.
Good afternoon everyone. Today our group will present a case study on the aircraft landing gear system, one of the most critical subsystems in any airplane. The landing gear is often called the legs of the aircraft. It supports the entire weight of the aeroplane during takeoff, landing and while taxiing on the road. Although it may seem simple from the outside, it always a complex engineering system that combines mechanical, hydraulic and electronic components to ensure safe operation. The main function of landing gear are to support the aircraft's weight on the ground, observe and display the energy during landing impact, and provide braking and steering during taxi. Landing gears are designed to handle tremendous loads during landing. The forces can be several times the aircraft's total weight. In our case study, we will explore the types, design features, materials and working principles of aircraft landing gears with example from modern aircraft like Airbus A350 and Boeing 787. Now Aarti will explain the different types of landing gear systems and their design arrangements.
Thank you, Rakshana. Let's start with the types of landing gear configuration used in aircraft. The most common types are tricycle landing gear, tall dragger landing gear, tricycle landing gear. This is the most common, widely used design in modern aircraft. It consists of a nose gear at the front and the main gear under the wings or fuselage. It provides better balance, stability and easier steering using taxiing and takeoff. Tall dragger landing gear. This type has main wheels in front and a small tail wheel at the back. It was common in older aircraft. However, it is less stable during taxiing and takeoff. Example, early fighter planes and vintage aircraft. The design of the landing gear depends on several factors such as aircraft weight, speed, landing conditions and whether the aircraft operates on runways or rough terrains. Modern aircraft use retractable landing gear which after years under all conditions. Now, Ruby will describe the main components, materials and working mechanism of the landing gear system.
Thank you, Atik. The landing gear system includes several key components. Several key components work together in the process of takeoff and landing. The main components are shock struts and wheel style. Where the shock struts, they are a hydraulic cylinder filled with oil and nitrogen gases, which absorbs the impact of landing and takeoff. Where the wheels and tires, aircraft tires are specially designed to capable of handle high speed, temperature and to heat. The next component is the braking system. Most modern aircraft use carbon brakes with anti-skid system, which are similar to ABS systems in cars. steering system, which is the nose part, where it is gearable, allowing the pilots to pull and gear up into the fuselage after takeoff and landing. Doors and locks. This ensures landing gear stays securely in a place during flight and ground operation. As for materials, including gears are made up of high strength alloys like titanium, steel, aluminium to provide strength and corrosion resistance while minimizing the weight. Modern innovations are including composite material. All these systems must work together by perfectly. Even a minor change can bring out a drastic disaster.
Thank you, Rupasri. To understand it, let us see the real world problems. The Boeing 787 Dreamliner landing gear system. Dreamliner uses a tricycle landing gear system with two main landing gears, each having 4 wheels and 2 wheel gears. And the gear system primarily made up of titanium alloy, which is lightweight and also provides strength to the landing gear system. And for handling the weight of the aircraft, it also provides strength integrated with the lightweight. And the landing gear gears in retardation and extension was powered by hydraulic system, and each landing system has redundant locks and sensors to ensure safety. If one system fails, we can use another one. And during landing, struts absorbs the impact, while carbon brakes shut down the aircraft efficiency that even in the speed of 250 km per hour. And when we come to challenges we faced, it must operate flawlessly in extreme conditions like minus 50 degree in the altitudes and plus 50 degree in the plains. And it faces corrosion, high impact and fatigue for over thousands of landings. And engineers must balance the strength and weight. Having a landing gear reduces the fuel efficiency.
This is a nice contribution by our students which have been contributing their points on the case study on the aircraft landing gear. So landing gear is a very important, as I told earlier, because it is the having contact surface on the road. But why it is the contact surface, why it is even more importance? Okay, as I told, material will be the main factor to be given importance for designing the aircraft landing gear, because the whole weight, okay, in medium around 10 lakh, as 10,000 kg or 1 lakh kg, like that the weight may be appearing that while takeoff as well as landing. The total weight of the aircraft will be carried by this landing gear. Okay, so it is a touchdown point, is the very important point at the time that landing gear is given freedom to open and it enter on the step of the road. That is on the okay. But we know that if a stone is given at a faster rate on a road, we can see that fire. Okay, but the flight comes around 220 km per hour. Even the car is going at that point while going the bypass. Okay, so at that time we have to balance the aircraft without skidding, or at the same time we have to reduce the control. There is drag we have to reduce. So we have to increase the drag so that the thrust will be reduced. Okay, because you know that the limitation of runway is a very important factor. Otherwise it will go and fall on the next step, it is no runway. There will be a huge accident will come into picture. So maximum 100% of the passengers will get there. It is their version. It is their lives. As we know. So that the composite material, what you are told, the material will be higher material that is withstanding the temperature, as well as the weight is lightweight. You are telling that aluminium we should not use it. Okay, it has a very weight is not used, should not be used because of the melting temperature, melting point of aluminum is very very low. So if a time is heavy, then it will vaporize, it is melted. Okay, so if I definitely the drawback of action will happen. Okay, accordingly, the weight material, okay, that is the weight material to the strength. Accordingly, we have to select the material for the design of the landing gear. Okay, so we will conclude about this topic in this session. Now we will have another different topic with the same area about aircraft in this session. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir.